Hello, thank you for watching Dance with Alia. I'm here with Belly Dancer USA, second runner-up, Ms. Gigi DilŞah, and here at the Gar Restaurant Nightclub. Here after her beautiful show, you were a wonderful dancer.
Thank you.
You did primarily Turkish belly dance?
Yes, Turkish belly dance.
And
yes.
you also threw in, you had a song that mixed Turkish Roma, and I thought that was beautiful.
Oh,
and to me it appeared like you had mixed, like the Roma music seemed like it mixed in with the Turkish style music a little bit, like it was slow and fast.
Yeah, it's kind of like that music specially made for belly dance performances.
Okay.
So it's kind of like normally like older Romani music, they start slow. And then later, you know, it's kind of like getting a little faster. At the end, it gets very, very fast. And then, you know, this one is just a little different. So it was like, it starts slow, and then later it picks up a little bit more, and then later it's fast, then it stops again, and then slows it back, fasts it up. But at the end, they kind of fusion it. They added like a drum solo, but it's still 9/8 rhythm, but it's a drum solo, and it looks more like belly dance. So it's kind of like, you know, fits all to the stage. So yeah, but it sounds different, like you know, different than like a usual gypsy music. It's not that earthy. So when you listen, it's a little bit more like they use like these different instruments. You know, it's not that earthy, but you know, just
it still had a lot of
little bit, yeah.
Yeah, or at least you brought that emphasis in. You could like bring in that kind of raw, earthy energy to it. So it was wonderful to watch.
Thank you.
Where did you learn how to do Roma style?
So Romani style is like a, you know, that time I was living in USA, and it is my culture, you know, gypsy. I'm not gypsy, but I'm Turkish, so, you know, Turkish people always like, you know, they love gypsy music. They will always do, but they don't exactly know how to dance the Romani, you know, and I didn't. So I started taking like, you know, like workshops and classes in Seattle. But my biggest thing is like I went to the Baltimore and I studied with Artemis Murat. So she showed me a lot of like differences between Turkish belly dance and Romani, Romani dance, and how the rhythm is and how all the other stuff. So that's kind of like a very clarified in my mind. And what I'm supposed to do. She's a great teacher and she's a great mentor. I would definitely say that. So, and I studied with her. And later, when I kind of tried to do like a, you know, I tried to do it by myself too. You know, I watched it on YouTube and tried to see like how gypsy people are, you know, improvising, how they're moving. And I kind of get it a little bit. But when I moved to Turkey, so I really studied with the other Turkish Romani people, then it really fitted. So I studied with Reyhan, and there's another person, it's Tuncay Özkan. He's like he's a choreographer for, you know, Sultans of the Anatolia. So it's like a very famous, you know, dance group in Turkey. So he's very great. So I kind of learned techniques from him and then get the earthiness and the gypsiness from Reyhan. So
absolutely, she's an amazing teacher as well. Yeah.
And I also studied with Sema Yıldız. She does like a stagey 9/8. Let's call it like that. It's more like a, you know, it's a gypsy music, it's 9/8, but it's more like stagey. Because she was a belly dancer, and then, you know, so she has to do it for stage, so that's how she taught me.
So how did you end up knowing that you wanted to do belly dance?
Mine is like I was studying in school, so my plan was to, you know, to transfer to UDA for, you know, international relations, to study, you know, but they opened like a hobby class in my school, and then I'm like, oh, I'm Turkish, so why I just don't, you know, take this class to, you know, have fun and learn a little bit more. And that time I was having fun with my friends in the Arabic, you know, places. So you know, I want to show up a little bit more, so learn a little bit more steps and things. So that's how I started. And in Seattle, yes. And I never take it like a very seriously, you know, because I would like dropping and stuff, you know, I'm like very young and thing. And then, but what happens like at end of the year, we did a performance in MedFest, Mediterranean Belly Dance Festival. And then when I was on the stage, when I left the stage, I felt this energy. I'm like, oh my gosh, I felt like I belonged to here. And this is what I wanted to do in my life. So that was the point that everything is just changed. So, and first I realized that I want to do like study, I want to attend a like art school, you know, and study like drama and dance and music. And I was kind of like, collecting money for that. But what happens, I realized that, if I study something like very, very Western in the like, art school in Seattle, it's not going to help a lot with my belly dance, I can, because they...
Your priorities changed.
Yes, my priorities changed. And then I said that, instead of going to school, I can just travel around first of all in the US, study with the different teachers, and then learn the belly dance art form, and then, and then I can just go from there. So I studied with Artemis Murat, and then I traveled for Aziza and Las Vegas for like festivals, and like Süheyla Salumpur, locally Delilah, and then Tamalian Dalal. I was lucky that she would come to actually Seattle, so she was traveling Seattle. So I studied with a lot of teachers. So, and then what I did, I knew that belly dance needs some kind of like a ballet and some kind of like jazz, some kind of modern to, make it more like stage, because I can do all this stuff, but if you don't have enough skills for stage, then it's nothing gonna look nice.
Yeah, it kind of helps, I don't know, give you a cleaner look.
Yes.
Something, and also arm positions and pointing or flexing or kind of giving you a cleaner line.
Yes, and it's like safer too.
When did you first know you were a dancer? Was it when you were first messing around with your friends and the Arabic clubs?
That's one thing. And before that, when I was a little girl, my family, I was jumping all over the house, and they said that, oh, we have to, take you like a ballet class or something like this in my normal school. So they took me to the ballet class, and I was studying like there for like 2 years, but later they weren't afford any longer, and then so they take me off from the class, and it was like a heartbreaking for me.
Was that in Istanbul?
It was in Istanbul. It was like when I was like 7 years old or 8 years old, and then it was heartbreaking for me. And later, I was still dancing house with my sisters and relatives, but I never thought that I would become a belly dancer, and it was a taboo for me too. I would never think that. But when I was in US, when I was with my friends, we learned belly dancing like in a different way.
Yeah.
And there was like a lot of people would call me like when we were in the nightclub, people would think I'm drunk. They would think that I'm drunk all entire night. But normally my food would came to the table, my drink would came to the table, but I would never stop there to drink it. I was just so crazy with the music and crazy with the dancing moments and all the other stuff. I would only drink water. But a lot of my friends, they give me the, they made the confession. They said, "Oh, I thought you were the drunkard girl."
Because you're enjoying so much.
Yeah. Yes, because I would really feel the music, and I wouldn't dance with any guys, and I would just dance it to myself, and I would do crazy things. Even the Turkish drops, I would do it in the nightclub, and then like crazy things. My knees would be like so like bruised up and everything, but that did make me like I have something that in my life kind of want me to push some place that I have to do this.
Yeah.
So it made me a little bit believe. Of course, my friends, they always, say that, oh, you're a great dancer and stuff. So that's how I started belly dancing,
Yeah. But you knew from a very early age when you started ballet.
Yes.
Yeah. It was meant to be.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me and share your story with people.